Hi, I'm Rob Kelly, host of Fade Out, the Film and Water podcast, Citizen Kane Minute, and other shows here on the Fire and Water Podcast Network. And I'm here for another movie trailer commentary track. There have been a lot of Sinbad movies over the years, dating as far back as the golden age of Hollywood. But inarguably, the most famous of Sinbad's cinematic adventures were the three produced by Charles Schneer and featuring special effects by the legendary Ray Harryhausen. Harryhausen worked on three Sinbad films: 1958's The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, 1977's Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, and, for my money, the best of them all, 1973's The Golden Voyage of Sinbad. Man, do I love the opening to this trailer. All these cool visuals, followed by some mysterious guy bellowing, "Sinbad!" at the top of his lungs. It's just a marvelous way to kick off the trailer for a movie like this. One of the reasons that I say that The Golden Voyage of Sinbad is the best Sinbad movie is the cast. In some of Ray Harryhausen's previous films, the actors have been pretty stiff, as if the producers knew it was the effects you were coming for and that the human characters didn't really matter. And of course that's true, but this movie really kicks things up a notch by making all the non-Harryhausen scenes really interesting. You've got Diabolic himself, John Philip Law, as Sinbad. He's great in this part. You've got future Doctor Who star Tim Baker as the sneering, evil bad guy Cora. Apparently it was this film that landed him the Doctor Who gig. Not to mention, you've also got one of Allah's finest creations, Caroline Munro, as Margiana, a slave girl that Sinbad sets free. By the way, producer Charles Schneer said this about casting Munro, quote, "We wanted her to project that sex appeal, because that's what was happening at the time in the film business. But we were still making a G-rated picture, so we went for G-rated sex appeal." Whatever you might feel about Miss Monroe's appeal, it was not G-rated. Besides Margiana, our hero Sinbad meets a bunch of interesting characters on this adventure. There's the golden helmeted vizier, who looks super cool and comes with a tragic backstory. Also appearing in this movie is an uncredited Robert Shaw as the Oracle. He's under so much makeup and voice-altering effects that you can't really tell it's him. Apparently he did this as a favor to the producers. In the world of Sinbad, danger lurks at every turn. You've got the flying homunculus, the savage siren, a one-eyed centaur, all great band names, by the way. There's a really exciting scene where Sinbad has a sword fight with Cora, who has managed to render himself invisible, all leading up to the big finale where Sinbad fights a six-armed statue of Kali. All these sequences are really top-notch Harryhausen, seamlessly blending his painstakingly crafted effects with the live-action footage. Plus, Dinorama is just fun to say. The Golden Voyage of Sinbad was directed by Gordon Hessler, who also helmed Scream and Scream Again and Cry of the Banshee. Not too long after this, he moved mostly to television, directing lots of series episodes, as well as the 1978 masterpiece Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. The Golden Voyage of Sinbad is a top-notch adventure film filled with all sorts of delights. You should check it out. It's a movie for the whole family in the best possible way. One other thing you should check out is Marvel Comics did a 2-issue adaptation of this movie for their Worlds Unknown series, written by the late great Len Wein and drawn by the late great George Tuska. It doesn't quite match the pulpy fun of the movie, but like the film it's adapting, it's still very charming. I absolutely love The Golden Voyage of Sinbad.